consecutive seasons with over 4,000 passing yards, and Drew Brees has 12 of those. Not just 12, 12 straight, guys.
That's ridiculous.
Will that keep going or no?
That keeps going. Yeah. He also is going to maybe have to throw more in the first month because Ingram's out. So it's like he has like a Mario star. He's going to be super accelerated. The question always with Breeze isn't 4,000. It's 5,000. There's only been 9 5,000-yard seasons in history. Drew Brees has 5 of them. No one else has 2. This is easy. It continues. 4,000.
Yeah, I'm an overly optimistic guy, so I want to say yes to everything.
6,000?
Yeah. So I'm going to say yeah to most of these, but this one is a for sure. Look at 72% was his completion percentage last season. That's a single-season NFL record.
Yeah.
At his age, that's crazy. And then given the fact, like we talked about, Mark Ingram right out the gate, he's not going to be there the first 4 games, so you would expect them not to really just put all the load on Alvin Kamara behind him and say, listen, we got to go out here and spread this thing around. Hopefully the wide receivers and tight end play, and of course the running backs catching out the backfield. That allows him to get 4,000 again.
Sam Bradford had that accuracy record for like a second.
Yeah.
Drew was like, nah.
That was fun.
I'm about to break this. In a, I'm going to put this in air quotes, down year for Drew Brees statistically.
Yeah.
He had over 4,300 yards in
ridiculous.
a year where they had the defense making plays and they had the running back duo.
Yeah. And not to
he
mention,
had to throw so much less and he still had 4,300 yards.
there was one game where they won and they didn't throw a touchdown.
That's crazy.
You're right. I bet
Still putting
Brees
the
hopes the
forecast.
streak is over because that means a lot of running and great defense. But sorry, not
like it. All right, it's not fam. He says the Chicago Bears. They finished last in the NFC North. This is quite a streak for 4 straight seasons. Does that continue, Nate, or no?
Well, listen, what they got, Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, Benny Fowler, Anthony Miller. I mean, the list goes on. They added a lot of pieces. Trey Burton's a friend of the show. But I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say the streak continues. The NFC North is that good. I mean, let's start all the way at the top. Let's respect who runs it, and that's the Vikings right now. And I said that I like the Lions right after that because Stafford and what they're building around him. You got Aaron Rodgers there. I still want to see what he's like and how he bounces back from being banged up last season. So that puts this young squad with all this talent, the new quarterback, new offensive coordinator, new coach, in a situation where they're going to make some moves and make some waves in this division, but they're not going to finish anything.
You're looking at me like you're making me sad.
I'm trying to make a case.
We got a pinball machine.
In my head, I'm trying to rationalize.
I feel like you're trying to lighten the blow for me.
Nah.
You know, I'm from Chicago. When I don't disagree with you because of the division. The Vikings and Packers, Kyle, they'll have 10 wins. They'll have double-digit wins. The Lions the past 2 seasons were 9-7. Now they have a new coach. They are the X factor in this division. Is the new coach? Is Matt Patricia going to work? Are those pieces going to connect? But the future is bright.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I'm going to say the streak is broken. Every year, there's usually a stat that comes out. Every year, a team goes from last to first. And if you were to predict that in the spring, you'd be like, no, that's crazy. For example, a year ago, if we would have said the Jacksonville Jaguars were going to win the division, be all the way in the AFC title game, it would have sounded insane. Weird things happen in the season, guys. We can't just say the Lions will be good, the Vikings will be good. One of them might not be good, and I like what the Bears have going this year.
Yeah.
You're not asking me if they're going to finish in first in the division. You're asking me if they're going to finish third, and I'm going to say yes, the streak is over. I love what they have going. Someone's going to fall.
Nate, I got to tell you, there's just something.
There is something.
There's this magic. I can't even explain it. It's from.
And when y'all got back, y'all had me hyped.
We were glowing.
But every player that we talked to, it was just, what do you think of Coach? And he says, we love him. He's the man. His message to what's the message from the coach? Be you. It seems very Dan Quinn Falcons when they went to the Super Bowl year. It was very Doug Peterson as well. I'm in. All right, the Detroit Lions. Let's talk about them. This is the most insane streak in the NFL. 68 consecutive games without a 100-yard rusher. Reggie Bush, famously, the last one to do it in 2013. They add Kerryon Johnson. Tell me this breaks.
Yep, Kerryon, LeGarrette Blount, right? Amir Abdullah still there. Theo Riddick still there, I believe. They got a handful of guys that can make plays. I'm going to say, hell yeah, like Dr. Dre. So let's go ahead and do this, man. It's about that time.
Early in the season, middle, late, what do you think?
I'll say early in the season.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, Jim Bob. I'm going to need you to go ahead and get this thing going. Let's create a plan where you can get this monkey off your back, and then after that, you can kind of develop an offense that's more versatile. But you got to get this running game going because I love Stafford. Tremendous talent. But if you're going to ask him to go out there and throw you guys into every game, play hero in the fourth quarter with his arm, it's not going to have any lasting power. You have to be able to run the ball in this league.
And they know that because they what are you laughing at?
I can't wait to go.
They traded up in the second round to get Kerryon Johnson.
Right.
You don't do that unless you're going to feature the kid off the jump. And you're asking him, is it going to be early? I'm going to call my shot here. Week two, 49ers, bottom-ranked run defense last year. It's that game. And it's Kerryon Johnson.
You did the deep dive on that. And I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say they don't break it.
You're welcome.
It was great, but I'm going the other way. Kind of for the same reason you said, Nate. You just listed about 4 guys that can work against you having a 100-yard rush. If they had Ezekiel or Gurley, they're going to get it. They split it up. It's Jim Bobby still splits it up. And guys, I like Kerryon too. I loved Amir Abdullah coming out of college. Famously, Bruce Arians was going to take him over David Johnson. He is really talented. Yeah. Same coordinator, couldn't do it. It's just kind of not what they do there. And I don't think they could win 11 games not having a 100-yard rusher. I think it's going to continue, and I kind of want it to. We talk about it a lot.
We do.
It's so eerie. I think it will go the distance.
Such a weird streak.
I hope not, but hopefully they're looking at it like Calais Campbell looks at stats. They don't matter. Let's rack up those Moving on to the New York Giants. They've scored, this is so crazy, they've scored under 30 points in 32 consecutive regular season games.
Okay, this is the craziest one. I don't believe
it. It is? Why?
In modern offenses, with a quarterback who's going to go to the Hall of Fame, not 50, 30 points. Teams roll out of bed and score 30 points in the second quarter sometimes. This is insane. I can't believe this is real.
2 full seasons.
This has to end.
Yeah.
This is ending.
And a full season with Odell 2 seasons ago. You can't get 30? What?
Crazy.
Okay, they do play tough defenses. They've got the Jags, the Eagles twice, the Texans, Saints, Panthers, and Falcons.
Yeah.
Giants' schedule is woof, for sure.
Well, here's the thing. Third down percentage, they were 30.
What are you talking about?
They were 36.
What is
Do the Schrager.
Okay.
No, but listen, they're 30. They're 30th on third down.
Great.
So I'm going to say that's going to improve, right? Because you got Odell, Sterling Shepard, Ingram, Saquon's going to help them third down. Rushing, they were just under 100 yards. That's going to improve. Yards per game, they were 21st. That's going to improve. So all these different areas, that's going to help with the 30 points. Like, they're at the bottom of the pack in all of these, like, really important statistical categories. Now you put all of these weapons on the field healthy. Of course, you're going to put up more points. So I'm going to say this one is going to end. And it's going to end early.
They were bottom 3 last year in third down percentage.
It's like the Browns won 1 game in the last 2 years. I feel like I'm more appalled by this. You got to get 30. And I'll tell you what. It is going to break, and I'm going to do what Adam's done the last one. I'm going to call my shot.
Do it!
It's going to break week 2. Now, not week 1. This is interesting because they play Jacksonville week 1. We've already had some chatter between Jalen. Jalen responded. What you were saying that they're going to load, the Giants are going to load the stat box against Jacksonville. Jalen, who's incredible at Twitter, retweets with a gif of a Jaguar opening a box. Who even knew that existed? I don't think it'll happen week 1, but week 2 at Jerry World, Eli Manning literally autographed the wall when they opened that place. He's sort of an owner of it. Week 2, they will get 30 points. Thank God.
Moving on here, doing some streaking. The New England Patriots have 8 consecutive seasons with at least 12 or more regular season wins. It's an impressive streak. Will it continue this year?
Nah, fam.
All right, go on.
Nah, fam, on me?
Yeah, and I'm not going to Pete Schrager's route where I feel like the drama going on between the front office and the quarterback and all of the surrounding pieces. That's not going to be the issue. For me, it's Matt Patricia, and I feel like that's a huge deal that we're not talking about enough. The beginning of the season last year was horrendous. The defense was terrible, and we're saying there's no way that they can sustain this. They're going to be terrible this year, and then that defense and Matt Patricia, kudos to them, they corrected it quickly. But then the last game of the season, which was the Super Bowl, that defense looked like the defense we saw in the beginning of the season. So what's not to say that they'll revert to that? Without a guy that they've been able to talk to for the last so many years as their defensive coordinator and Patricia. So I feel like because of their defense, the streak going, there's going to be one of those games where they're going to get lit up in the skies, and Tom Brady at 41 can't play hero anymore.
NFL Experience Times Square is a first-of-its-kind live-action football attraction, combining interactive games that make you feel like you're part of the action. The Vince Lombardi Trophy, and a state-of-the-art 4D theater bringing fans closer than ever to the game and their favorite teams. After fun, visit the NFL X store located on the 2nd floor for NFL merchandise. NFL Experience Times Square is fun for the whole family. Visit NFL